not a vampire, not an alien. I'm not the fucking mummy, I'm a goblin.
It's a pancake fucking time! Hey, I'm the Twisted Goblin! And I'm looking good today. Don't I? I feel like I'm good, looking good. You know, this look. I even have those kind of goblet things. They're from Cthulhu, you know, the Agent God one. This guy. Anyway, so today we're talking about some other good looking stuff. With Doctor Who, The Power of the Doctor. It's like an hour and a half episode thing. I wanted to do this episode mostly because, you know, I like Doctor Who, even though there have been failures. It's like the character we had, the Doctor we had now, she was wonderful, but the writing was a little bit off. Like in the first season mostly, like the first season was like way too crowded. You had to like this whole group going on adventures. I'm like, the Doctor is always with one companion, and yes, there are some extras, and sometimes there are two companions, but two should be the max, and the third one should be like, you know, the one that's coming and then going. That should be the third one. But we didn't have that for a season, and then we had it, and I'm like, okay, now I'm getting into it more. But anyway, so now we're back with the Doctor, the Power of the Doctor. We also get the Master back. That's what was it Russian again? Not Rumpelstiltskin. Not Rumpelstiltskin. That Russian. Oh my God, I forgot his name. It is also an iconic history thing from Russian, and so priest that able to convince. The Master plays that character, and wonderfully, may I add. I feel like he's not a good Master, but he's well a good this guy. So I'm like, oh, I'm interested. Like that's like what a long beard and this dead eyes going on. What was it? Come on, Russian Rasputin. I think it was Rasputin, and he plays it wonderful. I'm like, yeah, you're better this than the Master. I feel like the Master doesn't feel much. The Master is always somebody else, so it's like this all other thing. But he's been going to the Cybermen, but the Time Lord Cybermen are still a thing, and they're still controlled by the Master. It seems like he did all this kind of a big thing. Then also gets the Daleks involved. One Dalek is like, yeah, I don't like teaming up with we are betraying what we are, so I'm gonna go to the Doctor, warning the Doctor. The Doctor is like, okay, why is this happening? Why is the Master doing this? And the Cybermen would say, but then there's the Daleks. Another threat! It's like all those threats are going on. Also, England has also their own going on, and England is also fighting and has also started building an army. And what better army than the companions of the Doctor? Because we get Ace, man! I never saw Ace. Was like last time I was trying to watch all the episodes. I went a little bit farther back than 2008, and before that was Ace as companion, and I loved her. I was like, holy shit, she is a cool character. She's even before Rose Tyler was always my favorite, but then Ace is like very much like, that's too explosive. That always solves it. So like I didn't recognize her at first because this episode's when she's much older, but I'm like, the Ace, because there was also one season ended, got cancelled or for a few years till 2005. And then they kind of rebooted, but didn't. And that's where it's the new beginning was. So that was where Ace got. We don't know what to call, because she even referenced it here that she was the last time she saw the message, she was a cat, creature. And I'm like, huh. So that's all of that. We still know. All that's like, oh my God, I remember. I feel like I'm a freaking from the 80s now because of that. Like, I remember her. It's just pure coincidence that I saw that she is in here, because otherwise I was like, who the hell is this? but I remember her. I like her look. She even looked like she wears her stuff from a thing. She has a bat that can beat up Daleks because and that's and that age she had actually a bat because she's very action packed. She's very much like somebody from the 80s, ready to fight, ready to things, and she has her bats again, she has her clothes again, and she's also a little bit more action packed. She likes explosives, all of that, but also you get also that version of the Doctor. So I'm like, for her, happy, like, oh, she gets that Doctor, even though they look older, they cannot do the age retracting, like making the Doctors look younger. They cannot do that because that costs a lot of money, and they're like, you know what, we're gonna do like we're not gonna spend all that money on that. We're not gonna do that. That wouldn't apply. We have to do CGI, and that would apply lots of more money. We cannot afford that much of money, so we're working around it to get thing, and it works. The Master does this whole fucking plan of the Daleks and the Cybermen working together to get the Doctor able to. He has even this whole planet in another year, like this big cyber planet, and he also captured this creature that's a girl that people want to protect, but that's not a girl because this creature just pretends to be a little girl. So it's like, you want to protect this little girl, right? You want to protect this little girl. So she is doing this whole cyber planet, and it's for making making the Master all powerful, all day. So like a big finale with him too. The Master has been like a lot of times been the season finale. It's always most of the time it's the Daleks, the Cybermen, or the Master. Those are the 3 season finales almost every time. Not 90 and 100% of the time, but almost every time. It's one of those. Now they're all the 3, and but mostly controlled by the Master. So you got all that going on. So the Master does all this thing. I kind of forgot. They trying to invade the planet Earth. The Daleks are trying to do some stuff. I forgot what the actually plot was, besides, you know, the Master trying to take over domination and everything, or destroying the Earth, whatever. So he has this cyber planet. They've also the companions of the Doctor, like Ace, and another that's, I think, before that, like the companion before Ace, I think, but I didn't go that back. I was like, okay, let's try to go, because I feel like I'm gonna get tired, because there's so many fucking seasons. If I go through the very beginning, it's gonna be like, oh, alright, it's gonna take a while till I get used to it. Because I tried this like when I'm black and white first ever, so I tried, but I kind of got bored of them for a while. I sometimes get bored of series, and then I jump to others, and then I come back to this series. I'm weird, man! But anyway, so and now I remember the plot. The Master does this whole thing to transform his soul into the Doctor, so he has the body of the Doctor, and the Doctor is unconscious in another body. That seems like, okay, he is now the Doctor is like, I'm gonna be a great Doctor. Mostly he wants to be the Doctor. At first I'm like, how does this make sense? Why would you want to be the Doctor? Why would you want to be in the body of the Doctor? Like, you are a Time Lord, you have the same body. But in this case, in the new canon kind of thing, in the canon, the Doctor is actually like a being from another dimension, and the Time Lords have experimented on him to able to have that power to other Time Lords. So he became a Time Lord after a forced regeneration. He forgot his past and became one of them so far as they. But he is from another dimension, so he has unlimited unlimited regeneration, or he's also another higher of being. Instead of a Time Lord, let's say a Time King. He's like this Time King, while the Master is just a Time Lord. It's like he is beneath me. So he wants to be the superior Time Lord. He wants to be better. So he takes a body. It's like, hey, now I am a Time Lord. We can have fun. We can have so fun. He let one of the companions leaves him in a volcano, but comes back later because they have this whole big plan in motion. They have this big plan to and it works. They trick him and he has to get back in the tube, and his body gets back to his original body, and the Doctor becomes an original. But yeah, the Master is like a little bit unconscious, but now they have to save it because the Cybermen and the Daleks are still on the loose. So they also invented the volcano interrupting. One of the companions made the volcano interrupt to mostly the Daleks. Then the cyber planet, they also try to destroy that by going to their creature nest. Like, okay, one more thing to do. You can go free. You can just one more thing. Destroy this planet, please. Please. We're all of it. That seems like the Master comes because he also has his own Tartarus. He has also his own a time machine because he destroyed all the Time Lords in existence, made them Cybermen. So he has also all the time boxes. So he made his own box, making this whole planet able to exist. Now it's getting destroyed, but he comes out of that time box, gets to he forced. Forced regeneration, I think he did. So he does that. He's like, I'm gonna force you to regenerate. And he does that. It's like forcing him to regenerate as his last act. Then he dies on that planet. So he doesn't, but the Master. I don't remember. It's like the version of that version of Missy, the Master Missy kind of, she seems to be still the end goal, like the end where she goes a little bit warmer to the Master, and the Doctor becomes more friendly. But that seems like to be our end goal, because the Master even like I'd rather die than become. So he ended. So it seems like it's still going towards Missy. Missy is not a thing yet. Missy is the end goal. Somewhere down the line, she's gonna go back in time, going there and forgetting every other adventure or not mentioning it, whatever. So Missy is still like the end goal. We don't know how or even, but now this forced regeneration. He gets hit. He gonna regenerate. Could also be forced regeneration when the Master tries to go on. Take his the non-binary Doctor's body. It's like, yeah, let's take his body. Let's take his body. That could also be when he is forced regeneration. But either way, he's gonna regenerate. The Doctor is gonna regenerate now, and he tries to like not do it, but it's like, the regeneration always takes the much time as they need. So his time, he tries to hold back, tries to get all the companions back, because there's a new chapter. So he's like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Why would I want to go? I don't want to go. But it has to happen. I'm gonna. So he gets regenerated, with clothes and everything, because it looks cool. Bang! He regenerates to David Tennant Doctor. It's like, I know those teeth. Why? And this all gives this cliffhanger of, the Doctor became the David Tennant Doctor again. And regeneration he already's been. It's like, why going back? Why are we going back to that version of the Doctor? We don't fucking know. Could be something because of the Master force regenerating him and doing like when you do your computer. It's like, yeah, you have this, but now you have to force it to reboot. So so to reboot to some other settings, like factory settings. It's like that, like factory settings, the first Doctor, but not the actually first, like the first one that had a little bit of the where still was good. Like you can have the computer that's like, okay, we're gonna regenerate when it was good, you know. And that's pretty much what they did with the whole series. Like, okay, David Tennant was like the biggest and best version of the Doctor, so we're gonna reboot it till there, like that moment. We're not losing anything. That's like the version everybody loves. So we're gonna try that again from that point. From that point, we're gonna try the David Tennant Doctor, and then we go back. So now we have this, and I'm like, this is fucking fun. This is fun. I give this one an 8 out of 10. This was a pretty good episode. I very much enjoyed. I like seeing Ace, even the older version of Ace. I would have rather seen the continuation of her story, but I can't because she's old. The actress that plays Ace, because that's been in the 80s, or 80s, I think in the 80s. It's like been before I was born. That, so yeah, she's gonna be older because I'm already 30. She is like she was a teenage, a little bit older than a teenager, and that like in her early 20s when she was on that show. So yeah, that's gonna be like I'm 30, she's gonna be 50 or 60, somewhere. Anyway. So yes, I love this one. I'm finally able to do a video about this because I've been like every time it's like, okay, I have time for this, and then when I'm trying to get to the Doctor's episode, I kind of like, hey, my voice is gonna go on, man. My voice is gonna go. Or it's too late. It's like 2 hours, 4 hours already in. Or I'm doing the Halloween talk. I went to Halloween talk to kind of the Halloween trip. Went to the woods. Not so scary at all. It was not scary, but I went to it, so I didn't have the time to not do another episode of the Doctor. I had to always push it back. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to get it. Also, look at my hat. I got a new one. This one is a new one. A pirate's call. Because I'm a pirate. Also a cowboy. Also okay. Gothic. Metal. Anyway. Call of Cthulhu, a Cthulhu worshipper. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review of the Power of the Doctor. I don't know if I'm gonna do more of this stuff because I thought Power of the Doctor was like the one-off of the Christmas special. I thought that was the thing, but it seems like there's other episodes. I'm not sure. I didn't look more into it, but I hear there are more. So let's get into more! I'm the Twisted Goblin! And I hope you enjoyed this little episode. I hope you enjoyed my look. Because damn, son! I got a good, awesome beard. Also my hair looks kind of good right now. So yeah. Also, I have to have my COVID vaccine because that's the thing. The vaccine you still need to take. You know, there's the later COVID vaccine. We all need to still take that stuff to be immune. Because if you don't take it, it's gonna be worse. Yes, you're gonna feel 2 days very bad or something. But with that vaccine, you're gonna feel less worse. You're still gonna feel a little bit bad if you have COVID. You could still feel like very much in pain, a bit sick, like you're really sick. But you're gonna be better off with it than without it. That's what I found out with COVID. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. You can also join me. I have let's promote some of my stuff. Let's promote it! Alright, are you ready? I'm gonna promote it! I wanna promote some other stuff in my own video. I never do this stuff, but I wanna promote my other stuff. Not my social medias, fuck those. No, my other channel, Twisted Goblin, Black and White. It's where I do gaming videos. I do gaming videos, man. Gaming videos in black and white, giving this classic 60s. When was that color TV invented before that? Like when if color TV was never a thing. Well, when only black and white, like everything evolved, but everything stayed black and white. That's pretty much the Sony. And some things have that horror feel more to it because of it. Other things have this more classic feel to it. They're all short videos. They're like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. They're not that long. but I love gaming like that. I love editing it. It takes fucking a long time to edit sometimes, but it's like this whole thing makes this horrifying. I start trying to find some music for it, so on the background. Sometimes it's a little bit more copyrighted than other time, but most of the time they're not copyrighted. But anyway, I do that to enjoy, and I hope you enjoy that. So go check it out if you haven't yet. It's the Twisted Goblin Black and White! Well, here you can hear my voice, my craziness. There you can hear my skills with gaming. That's not always the best, but it's still a fucking hallelujah fun thing to do. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, my video of this, and I hope you enjoyed my videos on that channel. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you like it, and see you guys next Wednesday. Goodbye, good night, everybody. Stay country, stay rock and roll.
Then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind.